Lots of shit popping out in Lakerland. Number one, well, not really number one, just the first one on the list. LeBron James is investing in professional pickleball leagues. Cool. If I have to start betting on pickleball or thinking about a new sport because it comes to this like boiling point where the world somehow gives a shit about something we didn't care about a decade ago, I think that's it for me. I think I'm hanging up my shoes. I think I'm hanging up my microphone. I think that's it. Patrick Beverley is saying that he's as good as of a three-point shooter as Steph Curry. Let me say that again. Patrick Beverley is claiming he's as good of a catch-and-shoot three-point shooter as Steph Curry. Check the stats, he says. And Kendrick Nunn seems to become the spokesperson for the entire team. My joke I will continue to say until Kendrick Nunn gets healthy is you can't really judge this Laker team until Kendrick Nunn is fully healthy. It's been 12 months. We still haven't seen it. Till he's fully integrated back in the lineup, we don't know what they could be. Who knows? Maybe they're a contender. And right now, though, there's two stories I want to highlight because the propaganda machine is fully humming in Lakerland. One, AD is trying to pitch us that he's going to play 82 games this year. They call him paper skin and bones of glass. They call him A. Disney. They call him street clothes Anthony Davis. 82 games for someone who has a reputation of not playing any games is rich. Here's where I remind you that the last time Anthony Davis played anywhere close to 82 games was his last year for the New Orleans Pelicans, 2017-2018. It's been 5 years. That's 5 major surgeries and injuries ago. This is what he said. I'm so excited. I've got goosebumps just thinking about this year. Me too, AD. I can't wait to watch this dumpster fire. I can't wait. I'm looking forward to a healthy year and doing what I know we can do. I went into this summer focusing on strengthening my body. Pause. Remember in the off season when he hadn't touched a basketball for like 3.5 months and then he got bullied by the internet to touch a basketball? Also, every summer, when you're as injury prone as you are, should be focusing on strengthening your body. So this is a new one for him. I have to be on the court and be at my best to put us in position to be our best. I'm ready to do that. Just now, huh? Just after you missed the playoffs. He says, I'm ready to do it now. I'm glad that finally, 5 years later, you're committed to being healthy. I want him to be healthy. I really do. Because I want to be able to say that the Lakers aren't good, even when Anthony Davis is fully healthy. That's all I want. I want to be able to say, point blank period, I have the data. AD played 65 games. Bron played 75 games. Russ was traded for, who I don't care, Buddy Hield. And this team was still an 8 seed. I still want to be able to do that because everybody's like, oh, we can't really judge them. Can't really fully know what Rob Pelinka was envisioning because injuries, unforeseen. They're not unforeseen. They happen every year with street clothes Anthony Davis. Now I know why Clutch Sports hates me. I'm always saying he's hurt. It is what it is. He is. A lot of people, this is what AD says. He says the reason he played so poorly, because remember, he couldn't shoot last year either. When he was healthy, he was a bad jump shooter. So there's now a new reason that he was shooting poorly. This is what he has to say. A lot of people don't know this, but since January, I was battling a wrist injury. It was tough for me to shoot how I wanted to shoot. So on top of all of the other injuries, ankles, knees, lower extremity issues, we now have a wrist issue to start thinking about as a possible re-injury as well. Is what you're saying, AD? And that stopped you from shooting, which is probably one of the things that makes you very unique as a big man? Thanks for disclosing that 8 months later. Appreciate that. Of course, he says that injury is now fixed, and AD is looking forward to being the Lakers' number one option. They said this last year. I have this in my notes from last year. AD's willing to take the bull by the horns. AD's ready to be the number one option. LeBron James is saying, take the reins, take the reins. Don't call me a cynic, but I'll believe it when I see it. I believe it when I see it. Second Lakers story, really quickly, relates with Russell Westbrook. Very strange offseason with Russ. He fires Thad Boucher, his agent, because Thad says, listen, you got to be able to do whatever you need to do. And Russ wants out, and he's telling him, listen, you should just stay the course. You can't be switching teams and getting buyouts and taking the minimum, because at that point, you're now a minimum player, right? Everyone thinks he's getting traded. We're speculating all the places that Russell Westbrook could end up. Is it Indiana to take a buyout, which would have been hilarious? Is it going to be a place like Oklahoma City where old stars come to be rejuvenated for multiple picks? But no one has had their career and their skills besmirched more in the last year than Russell Westbrook. By the way, an MVP. And you could never hold it against him if he was salty when people basically said, hey, how do you feel about everyone thinking you're trash? But this is what he did. He has been doing what Robert Sarver should do, which is looking inward and fixing himself. After Russell Westbrook has been, I would say, very difficult to deal with from a media perspective, this is what he had to say when they asked him a very disrespectful but also relevant question.
Yeah, Russ, you said you're buying into the Lakers. Do you think the Lakers are buying into you? Do you think the Lakers want you here?
Pause. When you look at Russell Westbrook's eyes when he's looking at that media member, he's about to rip his head off, and then he realizes, Russ, everything you do right now is going to be evaluated and scrutinized. Chill the fuck out. Don't kill him. Go back into personal development mode.
I mean, whether that they want me here or not, it doesn't really matter. Honestly, my job is to be a professional, show up to work like I've always done thus far, do my job the best way I know how to, and that's it. I mean, we all have jobs that sometimes people at our jobs don't like us or don't want us there, as you guys probably can attest to in any other job across the world. And as a professional and as a working man, I have to do my job and do it the best way I know how.
PR class? What? That I can't believe that. I saw that and I was like, that's Russell Westbrook? Classy move. He's now said he's willing to come off the bench. He's willing to do whatever Darvin Ham wants from him. He's saying, I don't care whether you want me here or not. I'm making my $40-something million, and you guys will like that and take it. And considering how he's been depicted, I think, as a very salty, sort of sharp, prickly human, I think that's pretty awesome. Whether things work out with him or in L.A., like, it's not. Rob Pelinka's already saying he's willing to. We didn't even talk about the fact that LeBron James basically forced the Lakers to trade those first-round picks in order to sign his extension. It was a tit-for-tat move. If you don't get rid of those 2 first-round picks, I'm not signing with you. And Rob Pelinka came out during media day and said, listen, we're trading those picks. We're trading them. Why? Why are we trading them now? Why are we committed? Because LeBron is committed to us, and we owe that to him. So if those picks aren't getting Russell Westbrook out the door for some sort of peace, I don't know what that is. I don't know what it is, but we'll have to see. If he's happy living in the end of the bench, making $40 million, and they keep those 2 first-round picks, and they go out and get Kyrie Irving in free agency, I tell you what, as much as I hate the Lakers, they could get good real fast. They're just not going to be good now. Somebody tried to say, oh, if the Lakers are fully healthy, are they a 5 seed? No, they're not. They are a bad team, and I hope that Anthony Davis is healthy enough for us to find out.